How's it, everyone? Today I'm going to be talking to you about the Gerber Grylls compact scout folding knife. This one over here in my hands. I've had this knife for about 11 months and decided to do a review on it. Now, I'm a believer that you cannot do a review on something that you've owned for about a week. That's not a review. You must own something for a decent period of time, 6 months or more, to give a decent review. And that's just my opinion on the matter. So, things I like about this knife. The first thing that struck me about this knife is that how light it is. It's extremely light. And it disappears in my pocket. I literally forget about it until I need it. That's also partly due to it being quite a flat knife. And that combined with its lightness makes it a good everyday carry knife. Also, the other thing that I noticed is how sharp it was out of the box. I took it out, opened it up, and could shave hairs off my arm very easily. The blade is partially serrated, half serrated, half plain. Apparently the blade steel is 7CR17MOV, and which makes it a Chinese steel. It holds an edge fairly well. It's also very easy to put an edge back onto the blade. I sharpen this thing with the bottom of a coffee cup. It's very simple, and I'll get it back to that same hair shaving edge that I got when I took it out of the box. Things that I don't like about this knife: it's overpriced. Here in South Africa, they go for about 300 to 400 rand, which is about $30 to $40 at this current exchange rate. And to me, that's extremely overpriced. I personally think it's just because it's got the Grylls name on. I might be wrong. It might be due to import tax and stuff like that. But personally, for a knife like this, I wouldn't pay over 200 rand for it. Maybe 250. But that's pushing it, in fact. You can get a lot more better knives than this for a lot less money here in South Africa. So personally, I think this is horribly overpriced. Other thing, it's a flimsy feeding knife. This might be partly due to the linerless construction. There are no liners inside in this knife. I can squeeze the two scales together and they'll touch over there. This is probably due to the plastic being quite thin and flimsy. If they put liners inside this knife, it would definitely feel a lot more solid. Also, other thing is it has the potential to develop play. I was carving a piece of wood, and it developed side-to-side play. Carving a piece of wood, that shouldn't really do that to any other normal knife. But it wasn't a difficult thing to fix. All I did was take a ball peen hammer and just hammer the pivots over here, pivot pins. You can still see where I've missed the pin. And what that does is it mushrooms the pin and tightens up the knife. And that seems to work quite well. When you do that, you must give it a couple of light taps, no heavy taps, because it's always easy to hit again. So if it does happen to your knife, then just remember to be gentle with it. So this is a light duty knife. I wouldn't use it for any sort of heavy duty tasks. Obviously no carving wood, apparently. You can't handle that. So just opening packages, cutting up fruit, those everyday tasks that you just need a sharp blade for. It does pretty well in that sense. Alright, given that, I actually really like this knife quite a lot. In those 11 months that I've had it, I've carried it for about 90% of the time, and I'll continue to carry it until it dies. I really enjoy this knife. At first, I didn't like the serrations over here. I wasn't a person that enjoyed serrations, but I grew to actually really enjoy them and love them. And now when I look at an everyday carry knife, I actually look for partly serrated blades. That's just how much I've grown to love them. Oh yeah, another thing. This BG over here used to be orange. That wore off within the first 5 days of me carrying this knife. And that doesn't bother me at all. It's just purely cosmetic. Might bother some people, but doesn't bother me. I just care how the knife performs. Right, I think that's about it. Thanks for watching.